I'm very worried for my white daughters because I don't think they're going to have a country anywhere left on this planet in less than a decade where they're not going to be a victim or a target for potential rape or violent crime purely because of the color of their skin. And it is down to white people to finally grow a backbone and stick up for yourselves because you're being genocided. This is from a mixed race man. You are being genocided and you know you are. That's why I'm here.
So you don't think that black people suffer from similar crime?
In what way? Do I think black people kill black people?
No. Do you think black people suffer from crime? Do you
I think
they are
everybody
also
suffers from crime? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would argue, and perhaps I'm wrong, but that's never happened before, that a black person isn't killed because of the color of their skin.
Point, you need to stop
Let me ask
talking.
you a question, sir. All the knife crime that's happening in London, all of the blood that's running on the streets, considering you can't even wear a nice watch in that city anymore, is it white people or black people who are doing the stabbing?
Well,
I'm half white, half black. You can't offend me. Just tell me the truth.
And who are most
Which one
of the
do you think it is?
victims?
Who's doing all the killing?
And who are most of the victims?
Well, some of them are black.
Actually,
some of them are white. It doesn't matter.
Actually, the vast majority are black. So
I
your
don't
whole
care if
argument,
blacks kill
the whole
only
argument
blacks.
you've been
Blacks
shouting
shouldn't
about,
be killing people.
the whole argument you've been shouting about for the last 10 minutes, you've just exposed yourself as being
Absolutely
a misleading
not.
argument.
Absolutely not. I don't care if black people kill only blacks. I don't care if black people only kill Chinese. Black people shouldn't be killing. There is an issue within the black community which is leading them towards violence.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and that was internet dickhead Andrew Tate. At this point, I'm kind of conflicted about him. While he may have good ideals on when it comes to making money, he does do good motivational videos about staying disciplined, getting to the money, staying on your grind, yada yada yada, not letting women run over you and shit. That's about it. When it comes to other stuff, he's kind of dumb. He didn't think out, and they might have just been doing sound bites, so then that might be me, but I don't think it is. Piers Morgan actually exposed his self-hatred, where he starts off saying that there's not going to be a place in the world where his white daughters will be able to go to, and then the next breath says that he's a mixed race person, which would make your daughters not necessarily white, even though it probably would make them 3/4 white. However, genetics don't work like that, but I digress. What I will say is Piers Morgan also exposes the fact that more people in England that are victims of violence are black people, not white people. So this whole notion that black people are making white people victims, even in Europe, is bullshit. Not only that, he actually talked so fucking much, he didn't realize that he actually said that black people weren't made victims because of the color of their skin, which is actually true. Not only that, he goes on to say the white people on the streets are being targeted by immigrants, and the immigrants are black. That actually isn't true. The black people that are from the UK that have migrated there in the first, second, third generation, they're actually not the ones actually doing most of the crime. It's actually a bunch of Muslims, people from Arabs from places like Saudi Arabia, North Africa, parts of India, Pakistan. From what I've read, from the reports I've read, I haven't read too many African motherfuckers from Uganda raping or robbing people. I'm sure there are. I'm not gonna say there isn't, but yeah, like I haven't read that. I've read it's a lot of Arab and Indian dudes that's actually, hell, I even seen a video. I think I did a video where an Arab man climbed up the fire escape or balcony of some guy's house in France, had a big ass knife that was like this long. I think Andrew Tate is confusing black with melanated people. Just because you got melanated skin don't mean you black. There's Indian motherfuckers darker than me. There are people from Guatemala that are darker than me. They're not racially necessarily black. You know what? Let me take that back. If they came to America, they'd be racially black. But ethnically, they're not black people. They're dark-skinned, melanated people from Guatemala or whatever the fuck country, right? Even Arabs. There's Pakistan motherfuckers that are darker than me. There's Arab people that are darker than me. There's Indian people that are darker than me. They're melanated. They're not necessarily black, sir. So while you're worrying about black people doing something to your daughters or whatever the fuck, yeah, I think this just exposes his self-hate. Like I said, he does good when he does videos as it pertains to money and motivation. That's pretty much it. Everything else, when he starts talking about, he's like Myron Gaines. I like Fresh and Fit for what they're good for, which is confronting bubblehead 304s, debating with them what a good person is, a good woman, a good relationship. When they started to step outside of that bubble and start doing politics and talking geopolitics, and they start talking about social issues, they're kind of dense. Especially Andrew Tate. I don't know if it's the fact that he got a bunch of muscles. He works out in the gym, but he don't work his brain muscle out. It doesn't matter how good you talk, how elegant you think you speak, and shit like that. If you can't form a coherent thought or even come with factual like stats, you're a moron. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Like I said, he's not really sharpest knife in the drawer when it comes to geopolitical or social like topics. This man's kind of got the IQ of a handball. In any event, if you like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's gonna be some motherfuckers that be like, I was rambling, it's all over the place like bird shit. A lot of people that glaze Andrew Tate because they like his videos. I got a little brother that likes his videos, and I'm not saying that he doesn't do good, you know what I'm saying, in what he does do good, but just because you can do one thing good doesn't mean you can do all things good. Some commentary needs to be left to certain people, like scholars and shit like that. This man's an idiot and should not be taken serious because he's using talking points of racist and white supremacists, and that is odd coming from a biracial man. I'm just gonna put that out there. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.